Hi loves, Kristen here, and I'm the founder of Roots of Radiance Reiki. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about how Reiki can support us to move through change and really dance in the shadows. We are entering into the darker time of year. It is November as I record this. And this time of year is an invitation to spiral within, to look within. The trees invite us to release that which is no longer serving us and drop it to the ground, trusting that what we release will nourish us in the future, right? Much like the leaves fall from the trees, and if left, decompose to feed those same trees. We are invited to let go, to allow for change, to let things change, to stop gripping so firmly to what we've known, and really allow ourselves to almost like stand like naked, right? Much like the trees when they lose their leaves, all of a sudden they are bare. And they are seen in their true form. There's an invitation then for us to do that, which is so much easier said than done, right? There is so much vulnerability in being seen for who we really are, because we are having to face then our fear of being rejected, our fear of being abandoned. What happens if we let people see who we really are and they don't like us? That could really hurt. And I'll say that from my own experience, that it has felt much harder for me to live a lie, to hide myself so that I might be accepted, than it is for me to be myself and allow those who love me as me to stick around, and give all those who don't like who I am permission to leave. They see the true me and then they can be on their way. And that's really scary to do that. And yet there is a way in which working with Reiki can help us to release the masks that we're wearing, the false masks that we're wearing, the way that Reiki can help us to embrace our truth and maybe even connect with our truth. I think a lot of us have been taught to quiet our own truth in favor of listening to external authority. And we've been conditioned in such a way to ignore our inner truth, to see it as false, and to then trust external authority, whether that is through, seeking out teachers and gurus and looking at, books and all of that before we trust ourselves. So there's an invitation with the Reiki to come back into relationship with our own truth. It's hard to stand in our power when we're not in relationship with our truth, with our power, and Reiki can help us to deepen that relationship with self, to peel back some of the illusions, some of the performative aspects of self, and really come back home to who we really are and what our truth is. Working with the Reiki energy has been immensely supportive on my own journey, because it can be really scary to peel back illusion, to let go of anything, right? To drop our leaves. It is scary to let go of the leaves that are protecting us, right? The masks that are protecting us. And I also want to say that, just like the leaves of the tree, they serve a purpose, right? Throughout all of spring and summer, they serve a purpose. They're collecting nourishment for the trees. And when the time comes they are let go. And so I just want to name that, like, the masks that we've worn, the performances that we've had, all of these ways that we have not lived in alignment with our truth, those served us. They kept us safe. They shouldn't be demonized. We shouldn't shame ourselves, right? This is how we were taught to survive. This is how we have survived. And so there's no shame in that. There's no, I'm not making like any kind of moral judgment here. We're not bad because we've been wearing masks. We're not bad because we've had a hard time letting go of the past or had a hard time letting go of illusions. That doesn't make us bad. There is an invitation, though, to step back into our power by letting go of the illusions, by taking off the mask. And so this isn't like a, you're bad if you wear the mask and you're good if you let go of the mask. We're not doing that here. All I am suggesting is that we might feel more fulfilled, more excited, more energized, more capable of handling change, darkness, difficulty, if we are rooted in our own truth, our own power, as opposed to rooted in like false external truth or rooted in performance. As we begin to really embrace change, we have to be willing to change. We, on a personal level, have to be willing to change. And that, I think, can be some of the most difficult parts of embracing change, is being willing to change ourselves. Being willing to change when we don't know how it will impact our relationships is really scary. Being willing to change when we don't know how it will ripple out is definitely scary. And so I don't want to downplay how much courage it takes to be willing to change. But I do want to say that there is an invitation right now to change everything, to embrace that everything is in flux and that we can rewrite the future now. It sounds like some science fiction stuff, and maybe it is, but like, we have an opportunity to change. That's like the one thing that's guaranteed in life. The only thing that we are guaranteed in life is change. Yeah, let's take a breath with that. The only thing that we are guaranteed in life is change. So let's befriend change. Let's make friends with change. And Reiki can help. Reiki can help us to soften our edges so that we are more malleable. Reiki can help us to become more fluid and flowing and flexible so that when plans change, when things change, we can easily pivot and we're not snapped. Our rigidity is not snapping us in half, cracking us down the middle, but rather we are flexible. We can pivot, we can turn, we can sway, we can change. And the Reiki energy can help us do that. It can help us do that by helping us to forgive, helping us to surrender a little bit more, and by helping us to, as I said, really soften some of our edges on a very physical and energetic way, right? To become more fluid. And I can say on a personal level that that is what the Reiki has done for me. The Reiki has helped me to become more flexible, to be less like jarred by a change in plans, to be more able of handling in the moment kind of change. And the Reiki can help you too. The Reiki can help you too, because the invitation right now is to embrace change and to recognize that like change is never going to stop. As long as we are alive, and honestly, even after we die, these bodies die, like change will continue to take place. And so there's an invitation for us to befriend change, and Reiki can really help us do that. And if you're interested in learning more about how Reiki can help us embrace change, please reach out to me. I offer distance Reiki sessions where you can receive some Reiki healing, and I also offer Reiki training where you can be trained to work with the Reiki and become in deep relationship with this spiritually wise life force energy that really wants to empower all of us to move with these changes and to take advantage of what change has to offer us, right? The infinite potentials that exist when we are willing to make a change. So please reach out to me. Put my contact information below. And yeah, I would love to hear from you too. If you have questions about the Reiki, or if you have experiences with how the Reiki has helped you to embrace change, I'd love to hear that. You can reach out to me personally. I'll put my email down in the comments, or you can comment below. We're all on this journey. We're all learning how to embrace change. And I'd love to hear from you. And the Reiki would love to work with you. So if you feel moved, please reach out. Again, my name is Kristen, and I'm the founder of Roots of Radiance Reiki. And I'm here to empower folks to rise up so that we can be the change. Thank you, my friends. Bye now.